Good day, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, and welcome back to Serious Sam, the first encounter. Where we previously left off, we had played through Karnak, and now we're in Luxor. Now, it's important to point out that I actually was kind of doing a recording session, but prior to starting this new recording session, but things kind of went a little horribly, to say the least, and I was not satisfied with what had happened. To tell you the truth, I died a couple times. I had like legitimate deaths, and it was just a big mess. I really didn't feel like dealing with it, so we're just going to start fresh. Forget these things happened, and now we can just move on with the game. So we are in Luxor now, which is a relatively long level, but I do actually sort of enjoy this level at the same time. I think it's kind of cool, but then again, it's also kind of tedious, especially if I'm going to be doing something like recording right now. You'll probably see why. What am I even trying to say right now? It's a really long level, and it's tedious to record because there's kind of a bunch of things you need to do to progress through this level, and there are some things that I would just rather not deal with, such as really odd enemy spawns if you like shoot a statue or something. And you saw right there, there was an example of that with like the harpies that just came out of that statue, but thankfully the cannon made short work of them, so I'm satisfied. There's a guy over there. I'm not going to worry about him though because he's dead. And those were the first enemies of Luxor, and that went considerably more smoothly than some of my previous attempts when I was trying to record. So, for the past couple of days, I have not uploaded a video. You have probably noticed, and to tell you the truth, I was pretty busy, and at the times where I did have free time, I really just did not feel like recording. I was just pretty much exhausted, to say the least. So, that's pretty much the story behind that. But that is not to concern us right about now, because now I just want to play Serious Sam. I want to blow things up and shoot aliens, so that is pretty much what we're going to be doing. You want to make sure you don't get hit by those biomex, that's quite important indeed. And please just die, because I really have to cough right now, and I would rather pause the recording for a moment so that way people don't have to hear it. I do apologize for that, I kinda needed to cough, and I do have a drink of water with me right now. I planned this ahead, so that way I would not have to pause the recording for like 1 minute and go get myself a drink of water. So, there you go. Guess what? This door! It's locked! Could you tell? Now what does Nitrix have to say about it? This door cannot be opened by force. It shows a scene from the Journey to the Afterlife. A myth tells that when a dead person reaches the underworld, the god Anubis measures his or her heart against the feather of truth. If the scale is balanced, Osiris will greet the person, but if not, they shall be eaten by a monster. You can perform the ritual of measuring if you find the golden heart and the feather of truth. They must be somewhere in the neighboring yards. Try to find them. And that is exactly what we are going to do. So there is no time to waste because I kind of want to get through this level somewhat quickly. I am of course going to split it into a couple of parts, considering how long it actually is. But it doesn't hurt to go fast. You gotta go fast. So first of all, there's actually a skeleton hiding behind this pillar, which I didn't fully kill, but now he is dead. You can walk around. You can walk through this door or the far door. It doesn't really matter which door you enter. There's always going to be that red guy over there, and this clear skeleton, which I did not actually notice in my earlier recording session, and that was kind of bad because he did some damage to me. I don't really like it when enemies do damage. It's not. It kind of hurts, to say the least. No. Yeah. Don't shoot me with your projectiles. I don't want them. I'm gonna take you out with the pistols, because I'm lazy. Okay, there we go. I had to take another drink of water because I felt like I needed to cough again. I don't know what it is with me today. Just me and coughing. That's pretty much all I have to say. Walking in here, there's actually a clear skeleton, which I kinda caught by surprise. He really wants my blood now. Now, you see that health bottle right over there? In order to trigger the secret right here, you can see like the ceiling is entirely black. Yeah, there's actually a secret that involves you actually having to pick that up. And in order to do that, I actually need to damage myself to the point where I do have to legitimately pick it up. Because if not, then it won't trigger the secret. So first, you want to pick that up, then you have to run out, defeat these 2 bulls, and then the ceiling should start lowering. And on that should be some secret ammunition, and a little health pickup. And that is indeed the secret right there. This ammunition is good because it has cannonball ammo, and that's always kind of nice. And there's apparently another bull. I guess he's behind this corner, but around this corner as well, there's actually this not health pickup, this health pickup that's actually a 100 armor pickup, and that can pretty much replenish what it is you had to waste, and that's pretty nice. So I highly recommend you go and pick that up. And now we can progress further. Walking forward over here spawns a couple of nasty lava golems, which are big guys. And there's also a bunch of clear skeletons as well, so I'm going to quickly switch to the laser gun once I've damaged these guys sufficiently enough. And then we should take care of these enemies before us. Just keep walking backwards, you should be fine, unless they can, like, track your movement, in which case they're doing that quite sufficiently well. I'm probably going to have to switch to something else. I'm gonna use the grenades, because I don't really want to waste my laser ammunition right about now, because I'm going to need it for the next area. Trust me, that's pretty much where I stopped the recording, because things were going absolutely terribly. I know, I kinda had this little rage quit, and I did have legitimate deaths, but just because you can't see the deaths doesn't mean they actually happened, right? But yeah, that happened. We could just quickly dispatch of these guys. Now there is a shield over here. Pretty innocent looking shield. When has an innocent looking shield ever not been dangerous, you might want to ask yourself. Picking that up, spawns a guy on that little platform right there, and the platform actually moves towards you, so you don't exactly want to get shot by that. Actually, was that a secret? I'm pretty sure that's a secret. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just an enemy trigger. Pretty sure it's a secret though. We're just going to roll with it. And we're going to enter this next area, which hopefully won't have any clear skeletons. You there! You're being quite rude, can I just say? You didn't die! That's not what I had planned, at all. I would very much like it if you had died, so that way I could quickly take care of these kamikazes, although I guess it doesn't really matter now because I have a shotgun, and this shotgun does fairly good damage to kamikazes up close. This door is locked. There's a series of buttons we need to push right here, so the first one I'm going to push is this one. And then I'm going to take care of these clear skeletons that are appearing all around me. Well, there's 2 over there, but the rest of them kind of just appear over here. But you shouldn't have anything to worry about. I'm just going to use the rocket launcher. And I thought I heard a major biomech. I got really scared for a second right over there. I got really scared for a second right over there. Does that even make sense? I don't even know. All I know is you suddenly decided to look at me. That was very rude of you. And that bull was also being pretty rude. As well as that kamikaze, although thankfully he didn't get close enough to actually damage me. Where is this guy? Oh yeah, now I remember where he is. He's actually hiding behind the palm tree. So, yeah. And yeah, that should take care of you. And as well as your friends over here. Did that actually hit? No, I guess it didn't. But that did, so I'm pleased. That hit, therefore I'm pleased. Walking over here, first of all spawns this biomech dude, and then it spawns these clear skeletons. I'm actually going to conserve some of my bullet ammunition because I am going to need it. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and switch to the laser gun. I'm going to quick save. Just because of how bad things really did happen the last time, and I'm kind of scared of more bad things happening. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and completely ignore the enemies behind me, because there's clearly a lot more skeletons behind me than there were in front of me. Kind of uncomfortable with the situation at hand. But you know what? Enemies are dead. Took some damage, but I can probably make it. And I'm going to try and safely defeat this biomech. And these skeletons, so I'm going to use the shotgun. not pounce on me. I do not appreciate your pouncing tendencies, good sir. Neither do I appreciate yours. There are a couple kamikazes in this area. And my computer actually interrupted me during the previous recording session to tell me about something, but I didn't really feel like listening to it. And it might have screwed up the recording, but then again, it might not have. But just to be safe, it doesn't hurt to completely restart the recording, right? Am I right? Or am I right? Think about that. Yeah. Don't even think about it, Mr. Biomech. I am all eyes, and all ears, and all mouths, and all teeth. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm going to pick up these bullets, because I can probably use them. Now, walking over this area, if you pick this health up, it actually spawns a bomb right next to you. So if you don't like being bombed, then I highly recommend you don't get hit by that. Walking forward right here, spawns a skeleton behind you, and actually spawns one in front of you. He was being a bastard, and he didn't appear when I expected him. And there's another one as well, although he's not going to hit me this time because I was prepared. It's important to be prepared for these kinds of things. No. Yes, I know you're over there, you're so sneaky. That didn't hit you for some odd reason, but that should. Please just die, it shouldn't take too much effort. Thank you. Thank you. I pick this armor up. There's a couple of enemy spawns. First of all, there's going to be like 2 skeletons that drop when we walk through this area, as well as a biomech. I'm gonna use the laser gun. The laser gun. Okay, that biomech doesn't drop down, he just kind of stands there and waits for you to attack him. And that's fair enough. And where is this guy? He's somewhere over here. There you are! I'm really scared that it's going to be like a sudden surprise clear skeleton, because this game kind of likes to throw a lot of those at you in case you couldn't notice already. Alright, there you can see there's the golden heart, but first of all we have a couple of difficult enemies to encounter. So, there's that guy first. You can't really walk forward, he just kind of stands there shooting at you. I'm gonna walk back and kind of hope that these skeletons will avoid me. They are really smart, can I just say. They have pretty good pathfinding skills. I applaud them for that. Now, these skeletons in this particular area kind of have really odd behavioral patterns. Just suddenly they appear up the side of the wall. I'm not really sure how that happens. I really wish there were a logical explanation as to why they could suddenly jump like... let me check Sam's height. And just scale it right here. So let's say Sam is approximately like 6 feet tall. They can jump like 13 feet tall, essentially. Not really sure why that happens in this particular level. It just happens. And you know what? You just have to deal with it. Picking up this spawns a bomber, but it also spawns 2 clear skeletons. I actually wanted to kill the skeletons first, but they were body blocking me, and that was very rude of them. Where are you? Come on, I know you can climb this area. Yeah. Stupid high-jumping bastard. Die. Thank you. Thank you for obeying my very command. I appreciate it. Okay, this area kinda gave me a little bit of trouble again. Remember guys, last recording, this area gave me problems. I'm gonna just stop mentioning the last recording because it was around here that I just stopped entirely. First of all, if you pick this up, it's going to spawn a bunch of harpies as well as a green guy out in the distance. So I'm actually going to drop down immediately so that way the guy can't actually see me. And there's also that clear skeleton, although I don't really want to worry about him. I'm going to try and lure these harpies down because I'm just going to take them out with a knife. Which is a fairly effective weapon if you know how to properly deal with harpies. You just have to keep circle strafing. And they should pretty much never hit you. Because sometimes they have to take a moment to fling their projectiles at you. And, yeah, they kind of have to stand still when doing that. Now, walking down here actually spawns a couple of skeletons if you pick this up. So, kind of noteworthy that you don't get hit. But I suck at this game, so therefore I must always get hit by all the enemies. Boom. Ow. That guy, yeah, you can see he's actually walking towards me. And since I am really lazy, I'm just gonna take him out. I'm gonna try and take him out the cheap way. I'm gonna take a drink of water as well. Because I could very much use it. And that has dealt with him perfectly. So now we can walk up. And maybe then we can just about, actually, not just about complete this area, because there's actually a secret I need to pick up. And I really had to cough right there. I wonder if I should just cut that out of the recording, which I probably will. Because I doubt many people want to hear me cough into my shirt. Don't know what's up with me right now. Maybe it's because I haven't really had that much breakfast this morning. But what do I know? I am just an idiot who plays video games. I'll pick this health up as well. Okay. Now walking over to this area actually spawns a clear skeleton right behind you. You definitely want to be prepared for that. And I think it actually does spawn a second one behind you. So I'm just gonna be really, really careful. Maybe it's only when you walk into this room, because there's actually a clear skeleton like right around this corner. There's a couple of clear skeletons around here. He drops down, but again, he could just jump like 13 feet tall, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Alright. First of all, I'm going to try and clear out the skeletons of this section, and then... Hang on. Is there one down? No, there isn't. Okay. Okay, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Quick save. There's gonna be 3 arachnoids that spawn right here. And to tell you the truth, I'm not very comfortable with them, so I'm gonna just use the minigun. First. That guy. Now, you kinda wanna hide to make sure you don't get hit. There's actually a guy that just spawned right over there. This is not a very good area you want to be in, because you could be shot from all directions pretty much, depending on where all the windows are. But it's definitely good that you use the minigun, because the minigun takes these guys out fairly quickly. And there's still one more gentleman around here. I don't know. There he is. Stop shooting at me. I'm the one that's supposed to shoot at you. Know your place, Mr. Arachnoid. Thank you. Hi. Why is it whenever I shoot you point blank, you never die? Well, whatever. There is actually a secret over here, which I am going to quick save in case I fall. First of all, you have to actually get this health pickup to pick up this secret. And then you have to hit this bounce pad. Now, you don't want to hit that, because that will bounce you all the way down there, and you have to walk all the way around, because there's a secret wall right here. I thought there was going to be an enemy inside it, but I guess there isn't. And there are secret items. You get a nice view of the courtyard, which has a very oddly shaped building, as you can see. Them Egyptians and Syrians, what were they thinking when they designed this place? But yeah, bouncing our way down here. And that was the first area. The Trix has something to say about it too, apparently. You have the golden heart. Now you must find the feather of truth. If there is a balance, it must be placed in the opposite yard to the one in which we found the golden heart. Make your way there, collect the feather of truth, and then return to this yard. Sounds simple enough to me. First of all, there are actually... I think there are a couple bulls right here that spawn if you walk forward, so... I'm gonna walk to this area over here and just hold the cannon out. Yes. Boom. Or maybe it's just one bull and a bunch of skeletons. I'm starting to think that it's the latter. So, definitely want to use the minigun, because... minigun's really good for taking out skeletons. You want to keep your distance away from them as well. Otherwise, that can lead to some pretty bad consequences.